Zoom, zoom.
Welcome to Pakenham Mazda. Here we have the Mazda CX-9 Sport petrol front-wheel drive finished in jet black. Being a 2.5 litre turbocharged petrol engine, it's very responsive, very smooth through the gears because it is a 6-speed automatic, and it will use about 8.4 litres per 100 k's on a combined cycle. At the front of the car, we do have smart city brake support with pedestrian recognition. So at forward speeds of 4 to 80 kilometres per hour and reverse speeds of 2 to 8, the smart city brake support will monitor the vehicle or pedestrian in front to assess the likelihood of a collision. If a high risk is detected, it will issue visible and audible warnings and primes the brakes for a faster response. And if the driver doesn't brake, the smart city brake support will brake automatically. The CX-9 Sport has 18-inch alloy wheels as standard. In the side mirror, we've got the blind spot monitoring. So if a car's in your blind spot, it will flash up audible in the blind spot in the side mirror there, and also in front of you in the heads-up display. If there's a car, if you're indicating to move across, and it senses a car, it will issue an audible warning as well. At the rear of the car, we have the rear cross traffic alert. So if you're backing out of a car park, shopping centre or driveway, the system will scan for vehicles approaching either side. You're alerted to a possible collision and the blind spot monitoring in the side mirror, and also the rear camera. So it does have a rear camera and reverse parking sensors. It's a 7-seater, the CX-9. Back seats are in here, and you can fold them down very easily by just pulling that. You can have both down, both up, one down. So very versatile, and I really like how easy it is. Say you're out somewhere and you need an extra seat, all you have to do is pull that up and you have an extra seat in the back. Brilliant. The Mazda CX-9 has lane keep assist as standard and lane departure warning. So if you're driving down the freeway and you start to veer across the white line, the steering wheel will very gently bring you back in between the white lines and also warn you that you're going over the white lines. Entry into the rear row of seats is through the middle row, just by pulling on this lever here and sliding. You can do that with one hand to hop into the back there. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is it does have child restraints in the back, so there's actually 2 anchor points in those 2 back seats, and also 3 through the middle row. ISOFIX is also in the middle row here, as some vents for passenger comfort. In the centre armrest, we have a couple of cup holders. In the driver's seat, you can adjust this driver's seat up and down. The steering wheel is also telescopic, so plenty of scope there to make the driver as comfortable as possible. You've got your power windows here and your electric mirrors control. On the steering wheel, everything's really easy to use. So on the right, you've got the controls for the adaptive cruise control, which will keep the distance from the car in front of you, so you won't gain on them even if you're going faster than what they are, which is really good. And it will actually maintain that safe distance from that car in front of you. On the left, you've got the volume controls for your radio. You've also got your Bluetooth pick up and hang up button, so you can take a phone call, hang up. Automatic headlights are standard on the CX-9, as well as automatic high beam. So your high beam will work automatically if a car is coming towards you. It'll automatically dip the high beam. Rain sensing wipers are also standard. In the middle here, we have what's called the MZD Connect. So when you put the car into reverse, the rear camera will come up in there. You've got your controls for your radio, so you can set your favourite radio stations. You've got a maintenance monitor, so it'll tell you when your services are due, which, by the way, every 10,000 Ks or 12 months, whichever comes first. Satellite navigation is in here, so you do have a satellite navigation card that is the software for your navigation, and you're allowed to have 2 map updates per year for the first 3 years. You can do that online, or our service guys can do that for you. On the right, we have all the settings, things like your lighting. You can pair up your phone in there as well, so there's lots to do in the right there as well. Personalise your car to how you'd like it to be. We do have a heads-up display, which you won't be able to see in this video, but in front of you while you're driving along, it'll tell you what speed you're doing in the heads-up display. It will read traffic signs, so it has traffic sign recognition. It'll read the speed sign, do not enter and stop signs, and that'll be right there in front of you, so you don't need to take your eyes off the road. It'll also tell you if someone's in your blind spot from there, if your navigation's set up, which lane to hop into, and also what speed your cruise control set at. It's really handy because, as I said, you don't need to take your eyes off the road to take advantage of all those things right there in front of you. Down here we have what's called the multifunction commander. So that actually controls your MZD Connect while you're driving. While you're stationary, the screen's touchscreen, so you can touch it and do whatever you like. But while you're driving, it locks you out, so you'd need to use this. It's really easy to use. Also, the other thing that your car would have is Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. So depending on what phone you have, you can plug it into the app, into the console, and all your apps will come up on that screen, which is fantastic. So you can have Google Maps and send text message all via your voice, use Spotify. It's really good. In the middle here we've got the dual climate control, so you can adjust the driver and passenger separately. It's really easy to use. Electric parking brake with an auto hold function. And a big console to fit all your bits and pieces in. If you'd like some further information on this car, please give us a call at Pakenham Mazda on 0359 425 238 or sales@pakenhammazda.com.au. Now, we do really appreciate the time you've taken to watch this, and I do look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.